cooking update has been released, and so far we have not seen much more than just some of the stuff that you're supposed to be able to cook and some of the other things that are around. Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to the Long Dark, and our Tales from the Far Territory character Astrid, who is done well with the airfield for the time being, and we now have to do all of the things that associate with that handheld shortwave radio, which means we need about, well, we need to go ahead and set up about 3 or 4 or 5, I forget how many, shortwave radio towers. We are going to do all of the radio towers before we go back to the airfield, which means we're going to do everything that's in Lower Great Bear before we go back over there, mainly because this character, for those of you coming in at this late in this series, which I would say is kind of silly, has not seen most of the regular general area that we normally associate with being in in this game, or at least in survival mode, because we died and then we had to start over. So we have been to Milton, we have been to Hush River, we have done a little bit of the stuff between here and the Broken Railroad entrance, but that's it. So I'm going to use the radio transmitter towers to get us through, as well as a reason to get us through all of the other locations to the other transmitters. I do know where they are, and I do know what we're going to be able to, how we're going to be able to accomplish most of this stuff. So let's grab a little bit of water, get our stuff together. Today we're going to go ahead and get the Milton one sorted out, and we're probably going to have to deal with a couple of other little things. I'm going to bring those along because I do feel a little bit naked now, given the fact that there was a patch in between the last time we spoke and, well, today, because, well, they fixed the thing that I was speaking of, or at least they fixed some of it. So I will go with it at that. We will play with the cooking recipes and the cooking things as we kind of have time. There's a couple of things I really want to touch on, and for what it's worth at this stage of the game where we are with this character right now on day 63, we're kind of in the middle. We're kind of getting a content update or something along those lines. We're getting a little bit more stuff to do at the point in time when I think normally an interloper would probably not care. But we'll see how it goes. We should be reasonably geared up. We should be good to go. I don't need any of this stuff. I don't need any of that stuff. We have all this stuff. If we need to, we can come back down here. So let's try today to, if at all possible, I want enough ptarmigan to get, where is it? That button. I want enough ptarmigan to find this, or to build this little this improvised insulation. We just need 5 of them, which is sad. We're gonna have to kill 5 birds, I know, because this will give us a reasonable amount of warmth, which will kind of, you know, help us out a little bit. That is a direct replacement for one of my staples, which is the what is it, thin, or the wool ear wrap. It's a direct replacement for a wool ear wrap. Now I should probably sit down and cook some of this stuff, but whatever. We did go ahead and take care of this guy, or at least get most of his stuff. Unfortunately, we have so many birds here, it's hard to tell whether we have any birds here or not because of these guys. But I would really like to try to catch at least 5 of them today and then craft that. So I think we're kind of going to take a long way around. We'll go over to the we'll go over here to the church, go around the backside over there, and see if we can't find anything that might decide to show up. And then run up over to Grey Mother's, grab our battery, and haul it up to the hill and set this transmitter up. We should be able to achieve that if I don't dilly-dally around fairly quickly. But I would like to at least catch some. If nothing else, we catch a whole bunch in the next zone we go to. Catch. I don't know what I'm saying, catch. Shoot. And I'm going to have to be really good at it because they run away from you if you're... See, yeah, I forget. This one has not got bow 5, so it's going to be a little bit of fun to try to figure out. But let's go do a little bit more exploring. Hopefully, again, try to find a couple of birds. We should find some more. We're going to have to re-loot Milton as far as the houses, because they did retroactively place back in ingredients and things for the cooking update. So I do want to at least try to locate some flour and some salt. And some cooking oil if we can. Yeah, we should have cooked some food, but we didn't. Ooh, hey. Yes, please. I'm carrying 25 sticks, and I should have left those in the farmhouse. Whatever. We're fine. It's a nice, quiet day. I would assume if we hear them... Well, I should say I would assume, since it's not windy... It's not raining, snowing, blizzarding. It's just overcast. We may find a few. I'm just coming over here mainly because I think we probably... Now we have a few. I'm going to go grab a couple of more cattails, and then we're going to go down to Grey Mother's. Understanding that there is a scripted aurora generally. And you can use this information in however which way you would wish. There's generally going to be a scripted aurora after you start one of these things up. Go. Nope. Did I already pick all these? I might have already picked all these. Nice. Okay. Well, I guess we're going back to town for the minute. I don't think we left anything in here, did we? He's right over there. I just heard him scratch, scratch, scratch. So I have no idea whether they might have tried to put a few things in here, because there's a kind of a excuse me, kind of a little bitty basing area right here. I don't think they put anything in here for us. Okay, I'm sitting here kind of recording a few things, and I hear something crash behind me in my house, and I have no idea what it was. But anyhow, can't figure it, can't find it, just gremlins. It's probably trying to scare me. Let's go get over to Grey Mother's. Let's go see what we can find. We have to haul parts up there, as well as, I guess I need to be looking for scrap metal. We need 5 pieces. Let's see if Mr. Wolf is standing here. No. Okay, let's go. At least not right now, anyway. Gotta kind of keep your eyes out. That burdock appears to be all over the place, at least from some of my experimentation with the other one, so... As well as the fact that the little birds will spawn just about anywhere. Grab a couple of more of these. There's another one. Cattails are still king for quick calories, but I kind of think they're probably going to be the one you're going to want to be looking for when you find them. I wonder if that wears out my whatever I'm using to dig it up with. I would assume that it's probably either your knife or your... I guess we can test that. Probably the next one I should. I haven't tested that yet to see which exactly the tool is you're using to dig it up with. But you have to have a tool, and we all kind of expected them to make us have to go either build or find a spade. But I bet it's probably just that. Alrighty, let's go over here. See what else we can't find. Go turn on a transmitter. Maybe take a nap. And see about getting an aurora to spawn. Also not get mauled by a wolf. Hello. Well, that's right. We had that house this time, so we actually might have some good stuff right here. All right, let's go see what they gave us. Sure fitting. I don't think I left a whole lot in here. That's ruined. Let's go over here. Ruined, ruined, ruined. Apparently, I like ruined torches. Put firewood or something in here so that we don't have to mess with it all. And have stuff. We don't need it right now. All right. What's in here? We got water. Are they going to screw us because we've already searched all this? Okay, I do have a wire, a couple fuses. I may gather up some of that stuff and take it with us, and may not. Everything's in good shape.
Trees.
Astrid, okay. In my other playthrough, there's a salt container right there. Somewhere in here also should be a recipe. I don't want to waste a lot of time. We can always just come back for this. But I would like to find the recipe. Hi, Boots. Yes, I know you've been there for a while. It's alright, we need to kill some time. If we find it, we find it. They have been supposedly a little bit buggy, but there should be a recipe somewhere in this house. A special one. Should be able to just see. You don't have to break things down. I mean, I've already found a couple of them in my other one. At least I shouldn't have to break anything down. Let's go downstairs. Maybe I'm just really blind. Is it supposed to be either up there or in this room somewhere? Okay, well, that sucks. We'll deal with it another day. If we lose it, we don't get it. It's not one I'm going to be absolutely interested in. It has a tie to story mode, so it is Nothing major. Let's see. What do we got? We need to go find some scrap metal. We need to get a... Do we have any scrap metal in here? Probably not. No. All right. We need to go cut up some scrap metal, and we need to get our butts up to the transmitter, get it going, so that we can enjoy the first aurora that we should get. I am very interested as well to probably go ahead and maybe try to get us a couple of tip-ups built so that we can test a couple of things, but I don't think there's anything in this area I can test it with. Let's get out of here. We need a battery and 5 pieces of scrap metal.
Can you eat trees?
Can I cut that lamp down? Let 45 minutes for 2. Alrighty, that might be a little close. Might be cutting it slightly close. But let's go find our battery, which I think I left sitting somewhere right over here, right? Thought I left it sitting right here. Or did I haul it into the house? Yep, there it is. And slow crawl up the hill. Pick it up.
The pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Just pick it up. Alrighty. Stompy, right as the... Oh, shoot, I forgot I had everything ready to go, didn't I? Look at me, completely forgot. Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this one going. Get the wires done. I brought way too much scrap metal. I'd forgotten we had prepared one of these. It's okay, no big deal. Battery. And then all of that. That should be everything. Yes, correct. Awesome. Turn the switch on. And close the door. And there we go. New objective. Investigate signal in hushed river valley. But we have to wait for an aurora. Let's get off the hill over here. We'll pick up the stuff I dropped. Oh, we have the stompies, don't we? What are we gonna see? What are we gonna see? I'm hoping this works. It might be a little too late already. Pick it up. Thank you.
God, I'm starving.
Let's do this real quick. Grab your thing. We'll just check the kitchen real fast since it's right here. not finding anything. That's amazing. I mean, yes, we searched all these once, but supposedly they retroactively put in some more stuff. I would, again, like to find a little bit of oil, maybe a little flour. Nope. All right, well, let's go next door. We're going to dump off some excess junk. Like I said, I don't even think I have any excess junk to dump off. Should probably just get to walking. Let's see. We should... The only thing I think I'm going to leave is that fuse. They weigh quite a bit, too. If you're not careful, you can end up dumping quite a bit on them. All right, everything's there. I don't want this rock. You can keep the rock. I have my hacksaw, have a bunch of fishing gear, water, kind of okay on the water. I mean, I guess I could leave a couple of these behind, but whatever. Let's go head towards Hush River. Yep, there it goes. It's clearing up, and we're gonna get our aurora. Now, there's something about this. Like I say, I know where they are, and when we do the last one, or the one that I'm choosing to do as the last, we're going to be standing right on top of the bunker when the aurora hits, because it is in an incredibly dangerous area. This one's bad enough because you have to, well, just having to deal with the auroras is you know, kind of a hair-raising ordeal if you're not used to dealing with it, because in Interloper, wolves and bears don't care about fire anymore. But you have a certain period of time at the beginning where the normal wolves that are in the area will run from you because they're scared of you and of the aurora. But we're going to go over here real quick. I'm going to dump some extra junk off, and I want to see if somebody's available. We have all night. Generally, it will give you almost an entire night of an aurora to find the place you need to go. I think I can get right here, right? No? I go like this. I want to put these saplings off over here. We're going to go ahead and craft them when we get back. No birds? No birds. Dang it. All right, let's put a few things away. Good, we have another sapling here. Stupid idea on my part was to not bring all of those things with us, but that's fine. That's okay. I figured they would, I should have figured they would have patched that rather quickly. Now, the aurora is not fully out right now, so it won't do any of the work for us. Do we have one that's better at this point? 71 drop. Cool. Look, see around in here. Okay. I suppose we could take an hour nap and get the aurora fully going. That would be a good idea. Let's eat up a little bit and take a couple-hour nap. There we go. That's a full-on aurora. Where is the thing? All right. So as we can see, the this is the mode for the caches. This is the mode for the story portion of it. And as we can see, it's pointing pretty much right over there where the entrance to Hush River is, which is pretty cool. So let's hopefully not die. And walk in there. Beep.
Can you eat trees? 'Cause I'm gonna.
Don't worry about it, Astrid. We're going to go into this zone. We're probably going to spend just a teeny tiny amount of time doing a couple of things. I was hoping to have had a little bit of salt to take with us, but I guess we'll have to play with it as we go. I do want to get this one opened and then maybe a few little birdies found before we end today. And a light. How much coal do we have on us right now? Drop all of it. It has been a good minute since we were in this cave, so we should be able to find a little bit. Plus, there's going to be plenty around as we go. Oh boy, it's cold here. Now, I can pretend and say we're going to go look for it, but essentially, I want to just kind of show you the width of where things are and why this is really annoying. So, like, we'll just say at that mountain wall right there to that mountain wall right there, you would figure that that means it's straight out in front of you somewhere over here. It's kind of tough to play with, at least once you walk into an area. Now, we're doing Hush River first because of the fact that it really kind of irritated me when I found this because of what they give you. But we'll do the walk. It's generally speaking, if you just kind of average out the middle, so if we kind of start about right there, so right there is where it ends, right? And then if we go like this and we do something about like that to where it's kind of on that second tick mark and you average the middle out, you can kind of figure out where it needs to go. We have to go through this mountain, which means we've got to go down the stair steps. I'm pretty sure everybody watching this at this point has done this, unless you don't have the DLC, in which case, spoilers. Pretty sure we checked over here for a camp. Don't remember if I did. If I didn't, I want the sticks. We did get it. Okay, good. All right, there was a deer here. We hauled it out of here and stuffed it in that other thing. All right, again. There.
Jeez, this is cold.
To there. Come on, quit being so finicky. So it's like somewhere over there. Oop, I'm in the wrong spot. I gotta go down a little further. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. How badly did I tear my clothing? Not bad. Not bad at all. It was not very off of that anyway, so let's go. Have a snack. Should have went down the other side. Yeah, we're just going to listen to her squalor for a second until we can get inside.
Ow. That squeaks a bit.
You can kind of, again, guess with the noises and the sounds. I mean, we've already done this once, but the button, the beep, does the same thing. So, again, spoilers, turn around and don't watch. Hello. Let us in. Bunker Gamma. This is the, supposedly supposed to be, I think, either third or fourth. The third one, supposedly. But I like to do this one first because it's actually fairly safe to do. So let's patch somebody's legs up because we screwed them up.
I need to find food.
And we'll just go ahead and drink one of those for that so that she has a little bit of food as well as some stuff and get the pain cleared. I'm gonna go fill my coffee up. Alrighty, let's look through what should be this. All right, we're gonna find a few things. Good, we'll grab up some replacement fuses, check a few things out, do the looty loot, and see what we see. The first thing that is the craziest thing that they could have possibly put in a Hush River is a workbench. This alone ruins this zone, or I should say, this alone makes this zone now a long-term survival location for interlopers. And anybody for that matter, because you can now craft anything you want to. The other fun part, well, there's some stuff in there we'll look at. We'll look around at a few of these. We're going to search all of the containers before we pick up any of those. I believe it's also incredibly warm in these things. Yeah, it's just a hair above freezing, which means the bed, well, the stuff that's in there, you'd be able to get warm in. Not that you'd be trying to open this thing. I mean, you can't open it without at least doing the, without turning the transmitter on. So it is a kind of a middle game thing, but let's see what else we have. There's nothing else in there. Look behind, a kind of a little wonky mess here. We got a few pieces of scrap metal laying around. Plenty of wood, plenty of cloth, and where is it? Canned corn. Thank you very much. And some stored water. I'll take that. Again, I would love to be able to put water back in those things. I think that would be really, really handy. Oh, and we get a tomato soup. Lovely. And another one of those. Look around, see what else. This is non-potable water, so we're not going to mess with it for right now. And a bunch of containers. Lots of cloth, a book. Can't jump up there and look, but you know, there's nothing in that one. Ragged wool toque. Don't need, but we'll pick up. Okay. Now, before we go talking about any of the other stuff, this is an absolutely wonderful location now to base. especially given the fact that we have the ability to do this now. So you can set up tip-ups and go live out of Hushed River forever if you want to. The reason why I say that is there's 2 bears in this zone, 1 moose, a bunch of wolves, a whole lot of cattails, plenty of stuff to live and enjoy.
I could eat a horse.
And you don't have to leave the zone anymore, because there's enough cloth in here forever, or at least for a good long time. So let's do the next thing. We'll put our lantern out and read, or let's say we'll let them read.
The island hasn't been making our lives any easier. Hauling loads from the coast to the inland bases has been slow and costly. And people are starting to notice our operation around the airfield and mine. It's getting harder to stay under the radar. But the character of the locals, both here and far inland, seems in our favor. There aren't any helping hands. Outsiders get ignored and then forgotten. And we play the part.
Button. Tick. Where is it? Notes. Select. The last one we picked up. Nope, not that one. The one before that. Seeing the helicopters come over from the mountains again this year. I have counted 3 last month, 2 already this month. Always as the weather turns colder. I know they can't all be tourists. Not anymore. Not for a long while anyway. One before that. Mission status unclear. Pilot activity appears routine and is predicted in my initial briefing. Businesses at the field have hardly registered any as a cover for any activity grander than mail delivery or solidarity in this godforsaken place. Welcome to the airfield. Do you remember when I say this? Similarly, any off-field visitors you may see handling unlabeled cargo are not to be engaged or noted in any way. Their clearance is pre-checked before they arrive. We hope you find your work at our outpost a little bit rewarding. The interesting thing is all 3 of those notes were put in before Signal Void was put in. You could find them before. They built this, or at least they started to build this so that you were looking for clues. We're now found the first clue, which means things have been going on and people were told to leave these people alone. I wonder why. Well, they built these secret bunkers all over the place. What could possibly be the reason? Let's ask this thing.
Session 14, Project Medical Officer interviewing Patient 7. Return to the first instance. What did you see?
It was at the beach. Just pictures in my head, feelings. One of those beaches where the sand goes way down to the water, no drop off. I remember a gray day and dark water, no wind, no waves. I was alone, looking around a lot. I didn't understand what was happening. What do you think when you're that little? Always wondered why it was that day, that trip, that stuck with me.
Focus on the ending, the final frame.
They lost me. Just a little kid.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder why we're doing some searching around and looking at that kind of stuff. I came to Gamma specifically because they give you a list in here of transmitter towers they want you to replace, which means they tell you to do whichever one you want to do, however you want to do it. If you want to be able to do the things in chronological order, we're going to be doing this one first, then Pleasant Valley, then Forlorn Muskeg, even though Forlorn is the first one you come to. The reasoning why is there's a specific order, otherwise you have to go back and read through everything and listen to it all, and it doesn't make any sense until you do it in chronological order. Gamma is the first one you should come to. Anyhow, we are, well, kind of sitting in my new favorite place in the long dark, and I'm glad we got this one opened up and ready to go. There's enough scrap metal in here to make quite a few fishing hooks and a few tip-ups and a few other things. I have half a notion to make a few of them right now and go outside and set up some stuff because, well, like, I'm pretty certain this is a very, very, very amazing place to base long term. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the Aurora to go away. I'll eat enough food to get us through. I want to go very, very, very quickly hunt up some of the ptarmigans if there are any right here close and local, and I actually do believe there should be at least one flock, and then we're going to call it for the day. So let's get us a little bit going on, because I want that next piece of clothing. All right, sun's up, fun's out, let's go. Yes, it's dark in here. This is where the magic trick comes of this. You learn the area. But the really silly thing is, again, like I said, you can just drop right down that hole, and if you learn, it's right there. And I can craft at it as long as the sun's up. So that's pretty silly. 1 second, I want to look at something. What does it take to make? It takes 1 scrap metal and 40 minutes. We did put one on top of the workbench. Where did I put it? Scrap metal. I want to go play with this for just a second. And I also want to use the other piece that's sitting right here to make a fishing lure. Do we have the wires? We can actually make one of those and the scrap metal. Now the lures are usable for various things. They will allow you to catch bigger or better, or have a better chance to catch fish. I think for right now we're just going to make one of these because it's kind of reasonably cheap.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
But I want to see what this one is like, and then we'll go maybe hunt a ptarmigan. We'll see. She knows. She knows I know. Well, I'm going to not do this. We're just going to go back in here and enjoy the... I wish they fixed this. I hope they fix that bug. We're fixing to have a blizzard, so that's fine. We'll just go ahead and pass time where it's safe.
I could eat a horse.
Okay, that's marginally better. I want to do some small testing. I think, like I said, the only thing about long-term right here is the fact that there is no place to build a fire in it, but... Okay, so you can't do this. You're going to be lunch if you stay around too much longer. Can we build a fishing hole out here? It's a lake. No. Oh, come on, guys. This ought to be deep enough. Well, that's nice. Don't eat the corn. Well, if you can help it, don't eat the corn. There's special recipes that you're supposed to use the corn for. Actually, I think the corn is in one of these. I think we already have it. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Yeah, don't eat your corn. When you get it, don't eat it. You can put it into a pie or a stew or something. I forget exactly what it is. Oh, come on. I was hoping this would be good enough, but I guess not. Okay, so it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but hey. It's still a really, really good place to camp, given that you have a place for cabin fever right over here that we always camp in anyway. So let's go see if we can find some birds really fast.
eat anything right
Oh,
now.
shh. You talk too much. Thought I heard him for a second there.
Starting to feel numb.
I know for a fact some kind of spawn up here. Or used to. Would, possibly. I don't know. Maybe we're bugged. We've walked through several spawn locations at this point. Several. Hush River is full of them. Just, they're everywhere. Everywhere I walk, like when I'm in here right now with the other character that we have, and it's literally everywhere. Let's go over to the cave real quick.
I've never felt so cold.
What was that?
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Hi, Bunny. You're not what I'm after today. Let's go in here and warm up real fast.
Can you eat trees? 'Cause I'm gonna.
She's awful talkative today. We're not eating trees. We're looking for little birds. There's wolf over there. Wolf somewhere on the river, like always. I mean, if the sun has to be out in order to find the little guys, that's going to be kind of sucky, but I guess we'll just deal with it. I've managed to stumble on them several times, and just messing around. But in this play, we haven't seen a single one. And I find it really interesting. Come on, birdie birdies. Well, shoot. I knew you were coming. I heard you. I guess your lunch. Where are we going to get you laid out at? How about right here? Well, I'm going to go back to this cave over here, and I think we're going to attempt to see about doing a little bit more playing around in the next episode, because I'm just kind of dragging this out at this point. There is multiple spawns all over Hush River. If you're looking for ptarmigans, just come in the door and walk around. I assume at this point they require sun, or at least clear skies, to be out and be visible, and I don't understand exactly why, because they're birds. But anyhow, I'm gonna run back over here, and we'll call it. God dang it. That one. Oh, you know what you did, right? Unless it's because of the fact I had forgotten this one is custom. Things are not spawning correctly on custom. I'll have to go look at that, make sure it's what I think it is. But until then, I guess, until next time, I will see you all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that's not our problem, because if it is, we're going to have to start all over again just to do frontier cooking. See you all later. Bye.